this is why I believe where a person comes to full circle with something to heal is, first off, they are no longer in denial with the situation. I'm seeing you put that in your mouth. Just kidding. No, she's like,
I still like that.
I know. So
She's gonna take my food.
it's all right. So the first thing is like, is no longer being in denial. It's like, you know what? Okay, like this is like my 10th husband. Maybe it's me. You know, maybe my friends been telling me I have like anger issues, and I go off on my husbands or whatever. But and so you're no longer in denial or whatever. It might be an addiction. So you go to AA, or you see your pastor, or you go to a counselor or something. But you're talking about it. You get a narrative of the experience. By talking about it, it at least puts you in a different position where you're no longer the passenger, where you're somewhat more the driver, and you're able to kind of see the circumstances, maybe be a little more mindful, and that is helpful, but it doesn't necessarily mean it changes things. And that's where most people get stuck in traditional therapy. They continue to repeat the same patterns, and they'll tell you, oh, it's just my dad issue again, I'm so sorry. You know a lot of people, professional clients, been seeing therapists for years and are really good at telling their story and nothing's changed? Okay, well that's this, and again, I'm sure it's helped them in some shape or form. Any type of therapy is helpful if you're really paying attention to yourself. The third step is the energetic shift, and that is where it might be through hypnosis, it might be through EMDR, it might, I like mention all my techniques. It might be through meditating, it might be through yoga, it might be through entering nature, it might be getting really sick and having one of those epiphanies. I mean, how many of you actually have had experiences, or it could even be watching movies, you're like, oh my God, I'm just like that guy. You have that, like, oh, I want to change. You have some type of emotional experience. What it is that you have some type of emotional experience in therapy, or whatever it is that's in relation to that aspect you want to change. And then you're able to connect it to more of how you want to be. In other words, is that you have neural nets that are programmed in a certain way that have representations of that aspect you want to change. It's very important that you connect to it emotionally, and then in that process be able to remap it to what it is that you want to feel and what you want to experience. You kind of give it a new path. Do you understand? And then the fourth component is the spiritual one, and that is where you no longer see yourself as the victim. You no longer, you see the higher learning in the process. You understand, okay, I've chosen these parents or this boyfriend or girlfriend to experience this because I felt disempowered before I met them. And the reality is I felt this when I was younger, and you realize, you know what, and that maybe I'm here to kind of lift up other people. You understand? It's like getting to that place. Does that make sense? So it's like there's 4 stages I feel a person needs to go through. And I believe I'm an energy worker also, but I feel a person can read your energy and do something to facilitate some type of healing, but you still have to do the work. There's no therapist, I don't think any healer can go out there, or I've seen some amazing things, but I know it comes back. You can't go there and take someone's cancer away and then that's it. I worked with this master who like helped thousands of people with cancer, and he said like more than often it came back with their lifestyles and the way that they would think about themselves. Do you understand? So you need to do the work. No one's going to do the work for you. There's techniques that can facilitate healing and help you have insight for you to do the inner work, but still you have to do the work. Why do you exist? What is your purpose here? Is it to make your parents happy? Is it to babysit your parents? Is it to be the best daughter? Is it to save a particular person? Is it be the employee of the month, have your picture up there? You understand? What is your purpose? Keep in mind, if your attachment to your purpose is an external experience, you will always fail. Do you understand? Because life changes. You understand? It's never going to turn out the way that you think. So when I mean that you'll fail, it means that if you achieve that, more than likely it's not like you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm happy forever. You understand? It never happens that way. You're constantly going to be challenging yourself. How many have gotten what you wanted and like realized that you now want something different, or you would like to embark on something else. We have to constantly challenge our soul. We constantly have to challenge our process. We continue to have to look inwards and never become complacent and move forward. Otherwise, we get bored. I'm going to say this to the women here, but if you ever attracted a man who was always available, and he did everything you want, and he was romantic, and he was loving, giving, and tell me your problems. I'm here to just receive you right now. Yeah, I'm going to go with the flow. It's not a big deal. I mean, how many of you actually dated a guy, someone like that, and you got freaking bored? Or you dated the bad boy? Come on. Yes? Okay. So keep in mind, we have attached this word, the bad boy, to this person, but it's with that person you're able to grow more. Even if it's the same lesson that you're not getting. Do you understand? I don't even want to say it's human nature to be attracted to that. I want to say it's your soul's nature to seek experiences like that are richer. Does that make sense? And if we were to, say, attract something that we really want, and we're not in alignment with that, we're not ready for that, in some shape or form, we will sabotage that. It happened. I went on a date about 2 weeks ago, and it was like 4 days she had gotten to know me. And yes, I know probably the right things to say, and she was blown away. Like, oh my God, you're like, do you read women's novels or something? I'm like, I do work with women. And she's like, oh my God, are you for real? And she's like kind of going this kind of fight or flight, mode, because she wasn't sure. And this entire, it was just, she kept asking me these questions. Then when she saw me, and she kind of threw herself at me, she's like really into me. And it was we were out to dinner, and she's like looking at me, and she kept asking me during the ride there, and we were at dinner, like, so why are you single? I mean, you sure? You sure you don't have a wife? Kept asking me these questions, and I answered her. I said, it's not about me. It's about you too. I mean, we both participate. She said, what do you mean? I said, because I can have all this together, and it might intimidate you, or something will be evoked. We're not here together to like have like this perfect relationship where we're always smiling, being happy. That maybe I'm here just for this now moment. Who knows? I said, I've had experiences like this before, and I never saw the person again. And I said, and I'm okay with that. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And we went back to her place, and it was like one of those dates, like, wow, it's perfect. I mean, kiss and all that. Come 11 a.m., I've been, text message, I've been really thinking about my ex-boyfriend. I don't think I'm ready. And just all this crazy stuff like, whoa, see? I want to, I was like, so it happens. And I can be a person like, oh my God, how did I, why did this happen to me? I just say my participation in that. And I had just recently ended a relationship, and I wasn't available either. So I was like, oh my God, I can't fool the law of attraction. I'm an expert on this, and it just happened and slapped me in the face. So, but I had fun with it, and hopefully she is able to grow from the experience also, and I am too. And that to me is a beautiful, conscious date that was created in heaven. Do you understand? But if we're humans, we attach it to, well, we didn't get to the next level. What the hell is that? The next level, what does that mean? What is that cultural paradigm?
That's what everybody asks you.
Do you understand? We're really happy right now. What do you do next?
What happens next?
Oh, I don't know. Let's just jump off the cliff. Do you understand? I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with getting married and being with a partner for life, but just that whole concept.